then.
Awesome.
I guess you play a lot of different champions, huh?
Yeah, so pretty much I just get like I play the champion until I find I can't win in a certain situation or I just feel bad on the champion. And then I just swap so I can play I can play Jinx, Lucian, Ezreal, Caitlyn at like pretty confident level. I've been trying to learn Jin. He's a new champion to me. Like I actually only had like maybe 6 games or 7 games on him or something.
Okay, let's get started then. Let me see. Interesting champion pool. Interesting champion pool. So how does laning phase usually go for you?
Well, before today, pretty well. I normally win lane, get about 3 or 4 kills in lane, just like crush it. Today I pretty much won lane once. I think I had a lot of bad mechanical mistakes and decision making.
Okay, okay.
I think I was a bit tilted, maybe, but I've been trying to just relax. But yeah, it was pretty bad.
This is a feels bad, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much what's been happening.
I mean, we could talk about this. It's not major, but don't go through this bush level 1, right? Unless you're ready to fight. So
Yeah, I pretty much go through every single game.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. So basically, what you want to do is you go around always, right? Even if you have to stop leashing and you have to leave early. I mean, you're just gonna lose your flash and/or even if you don't lose flash. Let's say like you win level 1, they can just hit and run, right? They're not gonna stay. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is just just don't do that because now you can't play the game, right? Good,
Yeah.
always good habit to have, but whatever. It's not gonna be the end of the world. So let's fast forward.
Yeah.
It's just gonna make laning next to impossible. So you guys base. So fast forward. It's just the feels bad. I mean, like not much you can do. I mean, we could talk about this. So let's talk about this. What's going on here?
Yeah, that was real bad. I went to go for that minion. I knew Kate was walking up on me with headshot as well. I'm like, as I did, I was like, wow, that was really bad. I think I wasn't thinking properly after the sort of being low. You don't, yeah.
So this is actually kind of a habitual mistake.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's kind of the what's the habit here that got you in trouble?
More just try to last it, yeah.
Right, and what's the problem with last hitting? It's not that last hitting is bad. It's that
Yeah.
What's
you sort of you tunnel vision on just hitting the minion and not positioning where Caitlyn's going.
Is this worth? Is the question.
No way. No way.
How do we figure that out before it happens? So this is one of those where in lane you want to focus on what your enemy laner is doing. Don't worry about this. This doesn't matter. Okay. This is like they're just like what's it called? It's like bait when you're fishing, right? They're fishing for mistakes here, and you fell for it, or the same either way, right? If he's going for a CS, you can fish for mistakes the other way. But this is a core concept where you want to focus on what they're trying to do to you, and don't worry about the minions because that's how they're gonna get their stuff done. Like say for example, this Alistar is gonna try to combo you from the bush, or Blitzcrank is gonna try to grab you when you're trying to get a CS, or Caitlyn's just gonna hit you. So definitely a big have if things go wrong in lane and it's off them punishing you trying to get a CS. That's definitely a common mistake. So it's not that you don't know this or you can't last hit or anything like that. It's more of a prioritize. You always prioritize what they're trying to do over the CS. The CS comes last, right? It's like jungle. Where's the jungle? Then it's like lane matchup, and then it's like CS, right? So again, I mean, the reason why we're talking about it is because it just happens every time. Yeah. So, happens every time. I don't really know what's going on here. Actually, let's talk about this. What do you think in this example?
To be honest, that was just really bad. Like I missed all the minions. Like I think I hit 2 out of like 6 maybe. Yeah.
Why'd you walk up to her though?
I wouldn't. Yeah, that was just bad.
This is a physical habit. So,
yeah.
Okay,
I thought maybe actually, if like I thought I've got the minion advantage, like she fights, but just doesn't really work out.
Well, this is good. This is good. You do, right? You do have this giant ass minion.
Like that's in my head. I thought that's what was sort of happening, but it doesn't do any damage to her. I was like, what?
So when does this matter?
Well, when she stays to fight.
Yeah, when she stays to fight. So if this fight is taking a long time, this matters a lot. What if it's like half a second, like hit and run?
Nah. It's like not even. Yeah,
they don't even get her. Yeah, they don't even get her. Yeah, so that is if you want to factor in your minion advantage, which is good. You can do that. Now, if you want, if you're, how do you get her to stay? Is the question.
Well, CC.
Well, how do you get her to stay without, like in this picture, without CCing her?
Not walk up, maybe.
Yeah, if you stand here, she has two options. She can leave, or she can try and fight you. And then you're like, oh, I have a lot of minions here, so if she tries to fight, she loses. Now, the reason why I said this is strange is because this is totally fine. This is actually not bad. You hit her, you hit the minions, we're good to go. She stays, she loses, but then you walked up too. So
and headshot like as well.
It seemed like you're trying to walk up to hit her, but then you chose the CS. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on here, but that was kind of awkward. Maybe it was an idea of again. So let's say you're trying to go for another hit, but then you decide to go for the minions again. It's the same thing, right? We don't care about the minions. We care about making sure this lane goes well, and then we get the minions. All right. Have you ever watched like if you ever watch like Korean VODs, they do have a huge emphasis on minions, but you'll note that the first thing they're always aware of is, the 2v2, right? So if they get these minions for a 2v2, it's like a massive mistake. And honestly, that's for any level slash, pretty much anywhere, right? Like in the higher elos, if someone tries to get a minion, they get hit for it. Okay, you're gonna get punished. At the lower elos, you try to get a minion, you die for it. It's over. Right? So yeah, definitely a main idea you want to be looking at. Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, so pretty much what I'm showing you these games, these are my worst games, and I walked up again.
Disaster.
Yeah, so those are my really bad games. That's what I want to fix is the games where I'm doing awful. So
holy shit, you do no damage.
Yeah,
soloing you. All right, so basically the first habit you want to fix. So I said the level 1 didn't matter. It actually does matter. It's turning this game really hard. Don't walk through this tribush unless you have a very good reason to, right? Like always go around. Always, or you ward it level 1. Okay. You pick one. You ward it at like 140 or 145 or whatever. I mean, sorry, not 145. Like 45 seconds in, or so that it stays alive, so that you can walk through it, or you just don't go through it. Otherwise, a lot of stuff is happening. And then the second one is, if you're at some kind of disadvantage and you feel like you can't get the minion without getting hit, don't get the minion. Pretend to get the minion to see what they do, and then debate out some hits, but don't actually go for the minion. That's how you get Omega punished, right? And then here is just it's just
really messy.
I mean, your Morgana's walking back. She doesn't know what to do. She queued the wrong person, and then we missed traps. Okay, things are just really awkward now. Here's the other habit. Here we go. This is important. So maybe
the walking forward, is really bad.
Yes. You gotta stop. This is a very much a. It seems like whenever a fight happens, both times you've walked forward, no matter the situation, and it's it's interesting because this is a good habit to have when you're winning a fight. But what happens if you do it when you're not winning a fight?
Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah.
He's actually gonna kill you, right? If you're not careful.
I actually thought I was gonna kill him then, but yeah, I was like, wait, what is he doing? And then
he got you. Yeah, he blizzarded you, right? So, but it was just it's not don't go for this. It's just you're the only reason why you haven't run away yet is because you turned around, right?
Yeah, I was fine until
Yeah. So you need a kite. After you attack click back immediately is the default. So unless you have some reason to walk forward, I don't know how you're supposed to hit recon there, but maybe you thought since he was getting low, maybe he could do something. But he just jumped to his teammate, right?
Yeah, I actually thought Flash was up as well when Kate was coming on the tower, but it was like really, really low, I think. Yeah, so I thought it was up, but it was actually like 3 or 4 seconds.
Okay. This is the first habit we're gonna have you work on, and it's mechanical. Okay, so you do this like 5-10 games. You do it like to the point where it's subconscious. That's what we're trying to get at, right? And you do it in the practice tool too if you're struggling in game, right?
Yep.
So when you watch this, I want you to tell me what it is. What was it?
Just missing easy CS.
Watch again. Remember, we don't care about the CS, right? What is our default for movement wise?
I always use attack move.
Sorry,
is that what you're looking at?
What is our default direction to move in after we attack?
Forwards.
Yeah. What should it be?
Backwards.
It needs to be backwards, right? So you only start moving back after he shows up. But like, you see how this is a very famous interaction where he's gonna run down this line to cut you off.
Yeah.
And if you're too far, if you can't run back in time, right? If you're like standing over here, you're doomed. So this is why the reason why there's a huge emphasis on this is because you're gonna die in team fights, or in lane you're gonna make mistakes by walking up too far. But there's like no reason to go forward. And on champions like Jinx and sometimes Caitlyn, and honestly any ADC, if you walk in, you can't leave. There's a certain point where you can't leave. But if you walk away, you can always come back, right? Unless you walk too far away. You never walk too far away, so.
Yeah, when I watch my replays like this is stuff I'm sort of blindsided to. So this is really good.
Yeah, definitely attack and move back immediately. That's the default. You need a concrete reason to go forward. It can't be like, maybe we can do something. It's like, I'm planning to do XYZ, or I'm debating for a gank, or I don't know. But if you walk forward every time, like what's going on here, you're always gonna lose if you lose, right? If you win, then I guess you're gonna chase them, or you're gonna win if they stay. But most of the time, chasing is losing in League, right? So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys are they could have dove, but Rengar wasn't here, thank God. Also, they for sure they could have played this step better, but okay, at least we got away. But we're ending having to. Oh no, it's a disaster.
Yeah,
so it is a disaster.
I should have just backed straight away. That was I was thinking that. I actually do that a fair bit. I noticed as well in my gameplays. Sort of get low and I sit there under the tower, and then nothing happens for a while. I get like 1 CS and then back, and it's like I should have backed instantly. But I feel like I sort of backed too much as well, even when I'm ahead.
Honestly, we haven't been able to see too much backing out because you just have no health pretty much every time. So
yeah.
This is good to talk about. What happened there?
Same thing. I was sort of blindsided by the CS again.
Well, the CS is not. I mean, bad here. You don't really have anything else to do, right? You're like, I get out.
I walked in, sort of thing.
Yeah. See how it's like. It happens kind of every time, in the sense that there's this kind of fight you need to save. Where should you stand? Like, which direction do you go? You go this way?
I wonder if I do this stuff only when I'm losing, or in my winning games too, because like I don't really normally notice that I'm doing that. Okay.
So this is kind of like a trick question, right? So the question is always, do we go forward or do we go back if we're trying to help her?
I'd probably stay still.
Yes, I agree. You stay still and then you start kiting with her, right? But we don't want to go forward because if we go forward and she comes to us, this it's unless you know exactly where you're gonna start kiting, you're gonna keep going forward until you like hit someone, right?
See, I went forward there and turned around. That's like double.
It doesn't make sense. And then here it's like you try to like hit her, but you're hard losing. You need out. You need to leave.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
there are ideas of here's like a new default mechanical setting for you. We always kite after attacking, and we don't run forward unless we have a good reason to. Okay. This champion cannot leave, especially when you're losing, right? This champion cannot leave. Jinx is impossible to leave. Oh, you can't ulti that unless she has no flash. Oh, feels bad. All right, nice try. Rengar is here.
Yeah, this whole early game is really bad.
So I think it's very much the same thing over and over again, which is good. It means if you fix this,
yeah.
All right. Definitely. So what do we say? What's the fix for this one in particular?
Run. Just get out.
Well, if we're trying to help a teammate, what's our default if we're trying to help a teammate that's running away?
Yeah, stop going back in. Yeah, stop going in.
Yeah. What'd you say to me?
Yeah, stand still.
Yeah, stand still, kite with them. Okay, stand still, kite with them, or you just run with them, right? So you're like you're so far in somehow, right? And then you just die too, or you just die. So definitely a main idea we're seeing here is you gotta stop running forward. All right.
Yeah,
like there's here, in this case, this is like you're trying to you think you're winning this, so you can run forward. That's totally fine. It's just there are cases where this is kind of the first thing you do every time, right?
Yeah.
You see that? That was the first thing you do every time. So unless you think you're winning this, hey, fat ulti.
Yeah. I actually thought I was gonna get that, but I can't remember what that thing is. He's got the shield.
Khan is definitely here. Rengar is also here too, until proven otherwise. Oh, Rengar is here, by the way. That's awkward. I mean, okay, we should talk about this. We are... Okay, this is going to be relevant. I think it's just going to be relevant. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Don't need to do this. What are you thinking?
At this stage, I was thinking if Rakan doesn't get back in time, I can kill her. Like, I'm lethal pretty much when my ulti comes up.
Yeah, I agree. You can kill her if Rakan is not here. How do you know Rakan's not here?
That's the question, yeah. I didn't know he was going to be there or not. I sort of, I think because I'm behind, I was sort of getting a bit desperate.
Oh, no. Yeah, so it's like, wait, why? So why are you getting desperate? It's like, we're so far behind that it feels like if you don't do something now, you're going to lose the game, right?
Yeah.
So what's more likely to happen? You force a play and then you get back on your feet, you get back to even, or they throw it like Dragon or Baron, or they int it down mid and then you get back that way?
Probably the other, like not going for these sort of plays.
The latter, right? This like never works in my experience. It's actually like it actually never works whenever I try. It's just like it doesn't make, if it didn't make sense in the first place, how does it make sense when you're losing, right?
Yeah.
In this case, it's just like you want to fight her, which is not a poor idea. It's just if you commit to this and you pretend Rakan's not here, that's a problem. And also, if you pretend Rengar doesn't exist, that's also a problem, right?
Yeah, definitely.
If you're trading and their jungle comes out, you guys just might die to him / lose the dragon, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely make sure that never assume 1v2. That's actually how you can debate people. Let me see if I can show you an example. Let's see. What do I got here? Let me play this while I'm looking for it. But definitely, you can easily debate people by pretending you don't have a support, and then your support shows up, and then you kill them. So, oh man, let me see. Here we go. I guess this is the only clip I have. I need to save more stuff. All right, check it out. I haven't seen this, but oh, so what happened?
Can you get back here?
Oh yeah, let's watch this.
Yeah, so he thought, support wasn't there, and then he's engaged.
Oh, what happens when you give a kill to Twitch? Oh,
yeah,
this game's over, right?
Yeah, the game, you just won.
So, the thing is, what was the mistake they did was, well, they thought I didn't have a support. So what was I doing? I was just kidding. I was just debating, right? I gave him the combo. No problem.
Yeah.
And then, he dies because my support is right there. So it's the exact same thing with Rakan. If you think your Morgana can black shield instantly on the correct target, you guys are doomed. You know,
yeah, no way.
It's also not possible because she has to black shield you, or you guys are dead. So then they just kill Morgana, right? So there's just be very careful about stuff like that, because that's not like a setup. That's not necessarily always a setup. So in that case, I intentionally baited. They can unintentionally bait it too. The support is naturally coming bot. So
yeah,
you're gonna have a problem if you try and trade, and then you get dove by Rakan or something. So yeah, it's just
I don't know why I tanked that. I should have let her take that.
Oh no, you didn't heal her. Okay. Yeah, this game is basically, in a nutshell, stuff we've been talking about so far.
I've noticed as soon as I start losing lane, I just go downhill like very, very quickly on decision making. Oh, this is disgusting. I remember this.
You need to leave, my dude. You're gonna get ulted by someone unless you're not careful. Oh, wait, hold up. Let's back it up.
Yeah, watch from when she was full health. I think I noticed with Jinx versus Caitlyn, I've got a power spike at like level 7, level 8. Even though she has, like, look at her, she has an infinity edge. It doesn't
She's
matter.
face tanking minions, and you're just hitting her. Nice, nice. I mean, the poke is really good. This is what we want to see every time. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's obvious for you because there's a tower here, but we want to see this every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. Oh, and oh my, that was really good. You see how you dodged his net?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know what happened in laning phase, but you want to do this on laning phase. It seems like it's a solid habit here. It's really good. 10 out of 10.
So those, like, all those walking in mistakes, I don't think I normally do that. I think that was just all of a sudden I've done like that like 5 times in a row. I'm not too sure. We'll see on my next games, but
maybe it is an idea of, you're losing, you feel like you need to fight, and then that happens.
Yeah.
Who knows? But if it happens 5 times in a row, it's definitely something going on, right? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you're a tilter or something. Oh no!
Watch this.
Oh my god! Oh no! Okay.
I didn't understand what happened.
Here's a trick. So if you go for this and you want to ulti her, but she's gonna flash, you can flash to scare her and then ulti to where she flashed at. Right?
Yeah, I did it. I did it way too early. But
yeah, she
ended up in.
Interesting. Okay, that was really good. I mean, see, like, did you recover by forcing a fight earlier, or just naturally fighting her later? What do you think? Which one was easier? If you had to bet your money on coming back in the game, which one would you have bet on?
Wait, what was that? What was the question again? Sorry.
Trying to make something happen in lane, or in this case,
come back later.
Yeah, like this. I mean, this is honestly fine. Whatever. You can't really stop that, so that's okay. It's just a product.
I actually thought I would have got away there, but you know how like you can take damage for that tiny little second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels bad. Okay, and Ringer is dead. You can do whatever you want. There, Rakan is here, right? Okay. Sure. You're debating for Lee. Okay. That's.
I think he ends up fighting
Rakan, right?
Yeah.
Sure. You guys don't base in 5 seconds. You're gonna get Renguard. Okay, good. Oh, you got blocked anyways. Feels bad. Oh, yeah. You're so dead. Good, sir. So, okay.
I should have based there, shouldn't I?
I mean, it's not gonna be the end of the world, honestly. It's just, this is all like because you have no tower and Rengar is strong and some random shit is going on. I don't know. This is not bad. You gotta kill. So it's not honestly not the end of the world. You're not really expected to live in these cases. If there are problems in the mid game because there were problems in the laning phase, you fix the problems in the laning phase first, I think.
Yeah.
There's a point where after the laning phase becomes too hard to figure out, or it's not something that'll happen every game. So, I think it's fine. Oh, here we go. Now this is something we need to talk about. All right, this is good. You push this out. Now, what are you kind of supposed to do here?
I if this is me now, like knowing what just happened, but I would definitely not walk through the river. I seen the pink ward, so I'm like, oh, everyone's missing. But yeah, it was really bad.
Well, helping you not run through the river is if you can do this first step, it'll have told you you would have had no reason to run in the river in the first place. So,
Yeah.
what should you do here if we can take our time and pause the game and be like, okay, what do I do next? What's the strategy?
Check the map and see who's where.
So then what?
Well,
you just notice that everyone's missing.
Yeah, so it's only Caitlyn. So yeah, I should have backed. I've already pushed the wave. So
yeah. And where's your team?
They're around Baron anyway.
Well, they're top side. So what does that mean for you? Like, where do you go? You know, you said you're gonna base. That's exactly what I would do. But where would you go?
A base and then go after that, or
yeah. Like, what's the plan here? You know?
Oh, I should have based and gone mid. I think.
Right, I agree.
Unless someone cleared bot again.
Right, I would agree. Right, we default mid until we can figure out something. And we definitely don't want to be bot when Baron is up. Slash, Renga's just gonna come kill you. Your team can't do anything about it, right? So how did this happen? Is the question. If you can figure that out by pausing and asking yourself, what should I do for 10 seconds? Yeah. Okay. How did this happen? Yep. What do you think?
Yeah, I should have based straight away. I cleared the wave base.
Well, how do you prevent this from happening next game?
Check the map and see if everyone's missing. Don't walk into the fog of war.
Right. This is a good default to have, but you also want to make sure that you're still checking the map before you do attempt this. Right. This is the first thing you should think of. But when you realize that you don't even care about vision bot side, your whole team's top side. Anyone could be seeing that bush. Slash, you should be mid anyways. There's no way this works, right? Especially when if you take a look, they just took the dragon, right? So how are you supposed to live here?
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a disaster. All right, that's awkward. Okay, push this out. We can go mid. Sure. Wow, funny how we're getting away with pushing bot all the time. It's great.
Yeah, I've been doing that a fair bit. I watched a lot of your videos about how to shove the lane and all that, trying to keep my CS up, and it's been working a lot. I was sort of going to go for red because I thought like that fight was doomed. And then I was like, do I go mid? Do I go red? Yes, I did that a lot. Is go back and forward.
I mean, this is actually not bad at all. I was gonna say you need to go mid to clear the minions, but the minions died in the middle of the fight. So that works. This works, no problem. Nice zap. Oh, okay. I do think that it happened here too, right? Walking forward a lot is it is becoming a thing. It's like you kind of what's kind of the idea? When you think you can keep fighting, you go for it is a good way to put it. But you need to make sure you can keep fighting. He's gonna net you 100% of the time. Much. So if you do this late game, that actually just kills you right there, right? He's gonna kill you with that net.
I actually do that on Caitlyn all the time because I play her a fair bit.
Oh, you don't want to chase this guy. Okay. Good. Oh, we're okay, right? Very nice. Well played. That was well played. Oh, oh my god. You're taking a big dump on these kids. You're also dead here if you don't press your traps. Okay. So, you don't have a mechanical problem. This is actually really good. Let me watch this again. That was a fat zap. Ooh.
Does so much damage.
Jesus. Yeah, so you don't have a mechanical mistake for sure. In the sense of using abilities and fighting. You have more like mechanical defaults that you need to fix. Like in lane, like we said, always step back, or you're trying to help a teammate, don't run towards them. Wait for them and then kite with them, right? And then this is also another thing we need to talk about, which is, you don't want to chase people, right?
Yeah, because I don't know where Rengar is.
Yeah, so this could be Rakan. This is literally anyone in the game here that's not Caitlyn or LeBlanc. So,
and that was a clone as well.
Yeah, so yeah, you don't wanna chase people. For sure, especially if you have less, if they have numbers or they got missing people, don't chase people for sure. But yeah, okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, that's awkward. Nice trying to zap. The Blanc is dead as hell, right? Okay. I don't think you want this, but sure, we can just dragon. Oh, okay, hold up. Where are we going? Where are we going, coach?
Yeah, I left them to take dragon. I was going to shove the rest of the bot, I think, because Darius has a lot of pressure top. Should I have gone mid instead?
If you say mid, why is that?
Just because I think mid's more priority over bottom.
Okay, but isn't Teemo going mid?
Yeah, that's why I ran bot, I think. Because I thought they'd take drag, then go mid, and I'd clear bot, and then or push a wave, and then base.
Here's two schools of thought. All right, one is, let's say they're all alive, and you want to do your lane assignments again. Which do you prefer, mid or bot?
Well, if everyone's alive on my team as well,
or just in general, like what lane does Jinx want?
Probably mid because there's no bot tower. Rengar can run me down.
Yeah, she always wants mid, right? What about Teemo?
Well, Teemo's probably better in the side lane because of his shrooms.
Right. So if you had a choice here, where would you go?
Yeah, I probably should have gone mid.
Right, and I think you just went bot. I mean, Teemo's not even doing anything here, right? I think you just wanted to push bot here. But anyways, that's not. I think that's not the main idea.
No, that's good though.
You know, if they're all dead, what's the best thing you can get? What do you think?
Towers maybe.
Yeah, I would say you might have a reasonable chance of getting it, but I probably wouldn't put my chips on it. But yeah, Baron, we should bait Baron at least, right? We can control Baron here. So you want to make them afraid that you're doing it, right? And you know, you get to the point where if Rengar ganks Darius while you guys are on it, you just finish it, no problem. So yeah, you guys want to be Baron side here, trying to get something done. So you see how like your whole team is like pinging Baron here, or they will ping Baron in a sec. But
yeah, there you go.
You know, there's no real way for the enemy team to stop you, right? If you just sit on the Baron, they have to like face check a bunch of shrooms. So, oh my god. You see exactly what happened, right? Rengar ganked Darius. This is a free Baron. But this is so far, you guys are so late to it that you can't get it anymore, right? So
yeah, okay. So that was actually my bad that we didn't get the Baron.
Right,
exactly. I would have killed that.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. So at the very least, you would have control over it. And even if there is no Baron to be had, you want mid anyways, right? So kind of, I think they're, oh my god, nice kill. I think that you just, the check there is just, you know, what's the best thing you can get, and it usually has ideas to do with Baron. So
yeah.
So this game has really been a I guess a laning and a mid game idea. Honestly, just a how do we stop if there are things going wrong in the early game, how do we make sure it doesn't get worse so you can get to this point, right? You'll notice that, you know, how do you have all these kills? It wasn't because you did anything crazy. Okay, one time mid you did kill Jinx. I mean, you did kill Caitlyn, right? And one time you did kill Caitlyn, but more than half your kills came from like, oh, we hit the closest guy and they died, right? Or
yeah,
you know, the enemy team's running it down somehow.
Sort of holding on to yeah.
Right, being safe, and then we just kill everyone. You know, that is the our default strategy as ADC. Oh baby, Rengar's behind you.
Yeah, I knew Rengar was here, so I was just clicking what's that? The shift attack move click.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, nice try. You can't ulti that, I'm pretty sure.
This is pretty.
You guys need to cut. Oh, you went the wrong way, buddy. Oh my. I need to watch this. Excuse me.
He's blinded. Oh, he's blinded by Teemo. I'm so lucky. Look at that.
I was like, how does this man not two-shot you?
Yeah, because I was like, why am I not dead?
That was insane. That was hella lucky.
Yeah, I thought actually he wasn't blinded and I just tanked his damage. No, I'm very lucky. I was dead, man.
You see it? All right, I'm gonna slow it down. Remember, I told you that if you do this in a team fight, it's gonna get you killed, right? I'm gonna slow it down. This is actually a big habit you need to stop.
Oh yeah, I clicked up.
You went for it, right?
Yeah, I can see the green. I can see the green above his head.
always. Okay, always right behind you. So if he flashes on you, you're actually still out of flash range. Right?
Yep.
You want it to be. You want to like you hit him with rockets, and then no matter what he does, he still can't flash on you. You gotta click back, right? Otherwise, if you click forward, you're running into him. So that was actually just a genius save by Timo, but we definitely need to make this a habit, or you're just gonna lose random. You're gonna lose fights randomly because of this, which you have, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There weren't any real situations where they were gonna force you to die. You just walked up into them. So that's definitely the main mistake we're seeing here in that game. But let's see the second one and see if we have similar ideas. Are these all Jinx games?
No, the last one was a Vayne one, but it's pretty bad. So like, I mainly wanted to show you these ones because these are like the really bad games that I had where I was like struggling. So like if I can clean these games up, then I don't have the bad days sort of thing.
Right. So I'm just trying to fast forward to the good stuff. Sure. Fast forward. You can base if you want. Oh, I mean, if you want to talk about base stuff, we can talk about base stuff.
Yeah, I'm sort of. I understand the whole base with the cannon, but it's never been sort of properly explained to me. So base timings are sort of pretty bad for me. It's like I push the wave and then go back.
Right, you want to push and then you want to base, right? Why do we want to push before we base, ideally?
So I can come back to lane and not miss as much CS.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, in this case, you could do that right here, right? No problem. And then, when do we base? When we have a reason to base. So, do we have a reason to base here?
Yeah, BF sword and maybe control ward.
If you want a BF sword and you think it's worth your base here, yeah, you could go for it. If you didn't want to base because you didn't think it's worth, because maybe they're low health and you want to keep up the pressure, or your jungle's here trying to do something, you don't have to base, right? But that is the idea, is we're trying to base when we're losing the least amount possible. So there, you could have just based after pushing into tower,
Yeah.
What's the difference here? You see this? What's the difference if you base here? Why is this not the same as basing here?
This is where it sort of gets me because that was the cannon wave there. I should have based. Isn't actually maybe not.
Let me see if we can. Okay, look at this picture.
Yeah, I should have.
This is picture 1, right? All right, let's fast forward. This is picture 2. What's the difference?
Left straight away.
Okay, that is true. Is there anything they can let's say you leave straight away in both cases?
Oh, they can start a freeze here.
Yeah, exactly. Their support's gonna freeze this, and their ADC is gonna base, and you have to try and stop this. That's the difference, right? So if you do this and you want to base, you need to make sure it gets into the tower, unless you're not safe, unless you think you're getting ganked through something.
Yeah, the other one was on the tower. Should have.
Yeah, the other one's already on the tower. It's already set for you, right? You already set it up in such a way that once you kill everything, it's in their tower. So, but you're right. You want to base immediately, but in these cases, also make sure it gets into the tower. Otherwise, if he freezes this, you lose your minions, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He easily could have done that there. I don't know why. The only reason why you're not getting punished is because they don't know, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know either, but now you do. So, but really, it's just get it into tower, and then you'll honestly just be good to go. Man, you're playing against Rengars.
Yeah, it's very frequent. It's like there's too many things to ban, man.
Okay, this is gonna be good to talk about. All right, so this is a twofold problem. Okay, one is that your support doesn't know what he's doing, so there's no lantern play here. The second is that when you're against a strong support, okay, actually, how about this? Usually speaking, if you have flash, can you get away from a gank?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, yeah.
Okay, how come in this case you can't?
Because I started attacking Rammus straight away.
Okay, that's true. What else? Let's see if we can do this. So like, we're hitting them, and we're immediately running, so why can't we get away? What do you think? Was there any chance you were ever gonna get away? If you start leaving now, are you still caught?
Yeah.
I would say you're still caught, right?
I think it's probably more got to prevent the sort of gank in the first place.
Right. So how do we know you're dead here 100% of the time? Pretty much. Unless they miss point blank. I don't know how they would miss point blank, but
yeah, no, you can't miss. That's I'm dead 100% there. So
how do we know
every
this?
time.
How do we know this from here?
Pushing up without vision on Rengar.
Well, you just told me that you were safe if you had flash, usually, right?
Yeah. Is there something
let's say this is Kalista and this is Alistar and they have Rengar, right? Is this the same thing? You're still just dead here?
There's a little bit like Rammus. He can outrun my flash where probably could maybe use something against some other champion support, but most of them have CC anyway.
What if they just aim Thresh here?
I've just got to get out.
You guys are still losing though, right? Team is losing overall, right?
Yeah.
What if this is Caitlyn and Janna?
I think maybe we could try turn on to Rengar.
Right. But you know, you guys are fine here. You guys just walk away, right? You just flash and throw your traps, and you'll be good to go. So, what's the difference between all these examples, or the Janna Caitlyn example versus our lane and the other lane?
He's got hard engage.
Right. He has some kind of he can help this jungle gank. His like gank assist is very good, right?
Yeah.
And so is Varus's. So, what does that mean for us when we can figure out whether or not we die in a gank?
I'm not really sure.
So in the Janna Caitlyn example, you said, well, we determined that we were fine if we had flash, right?
Yeah.
With flash, we can just walk away, flash out. What about in the other examples?
I didn't want to waste flash.
No. Like in this case, you have flash here, but you're not safe, right?
Yeah. Still not safe with that.
So how do we know? Like, what changed? You know?
I kind of a bit lost. I'm not really.
So if this just changes to Janna, we're a lot more fine here. We just walk away, we flash away. If this is Rammus, we're not fine here. So what changed?
The fact that the taunt can pull me in and just can't do anything. Yeah,
like kind of how strong how can they help this? Can they help force this?
Yeah, right? Definitely.
How well can they help force? This is like S tier, right?
Yeah.
What about like Alistar, Blitzcrank or Thresh or Pyke or literally, any champion with CC with Flash, right? And then if they don't have any CC, what does that tell you?
Then it's like not going to be a successful gank, maybe.
Yeah, you should be okay, right? You should be okay if you have Flash. So this is a case of strong gank assist, strong ganker, post 6. You guys die even if you have Flash. So
yeah.
That's basically it. So doesn't mean that pushing is bad. It just means that once you push, what should you do?
Probably just back off. Don't base, just back off.
Yeah, just wait. You can wait in a bush or something, or wait for Gragas, but we don't want to walk up and hit the tower, right? Which is what you guys are about to do. Yeah. That's basically what's going on. Oh no, now it's man, Gragas almost entered, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was almost bad. So yeah, if they get the Baron later because they have an Earth Dragon, that's gonna be really awkward. Oh my god, they're inting. I like it. Lulu, kill this guy, please. Oh my god. Oh, thank God. All right, good. Okay, push this out. Yeah, definitely. We have some ideas. We have some like safety ideas going on here where this is happening multiple times. You see this?
Yeah.
The only reason Rengar doesn't kill you here is because he's busy killing mid, right?
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that when we push, don't hit the tower unless you can get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like you're gonna stand. You're actually, if you hit this tower, you're gonna stay here until you die. Right, that's actually what will happen.
Because Rammus can now run again.
Yeah, Rammus and Varus are gonna walk like this, and you have no idea, so you're gonna hit this until all your minions are dead. So they're just gonna walk up from behind, right? Or Rekor's gonna come up by himself, and you're just gonna lose 1v1, right?
I sort of had a plan like to just get the 2 plating and then back off, but like I started to.
But then you didn't back off, right?
Yeah. Then I started to take the minions, and I'm like,
yeah, this is a very common thing. All right, you don't wanna. There's an end goal with pushing, and it's not, it's not get as much as you can, because that's gonna be punished. It's make sure you don't die, and then see what you can get. All right.
Like I did have a plan, and then I sort of got distracted, and then went back to attacking the tower.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna. That's gonna trip you up more times than not. All right, this is. we know what happens here. All right, so what's wrong with this?
Well, to be honest, I haven't actually versed a Varus in lane before. like this is talking in like 4 years.
True,
so,
but
I thought I was like way stronger than him right now. Like I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've got red buff. I was waiting for. I think I have a thresh, don't I? Yeah, I got a thresh. I was like hoping something could work, and just thinking he'd ignore the brush.
What defines strength? You said you were stronger than him. What do you mean by that?
Well, like Jinx, Q with the attack speed.
Okay, so you think you do more damage than him, right?
Yeah.
Do you though? Do you do more damage than him?
I found out the hard way. No.
It's like you need you don't really have that. Yeah. How does Jinx do damage in the early mid game?
Pretty much like zap, and then getting your 3 stacks on Q.
Zap, right?
And then outranging with
Q.
Outranging with your
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we don't really have any of those things here, right? Unless you can land the zap first. But and then how does Varus do damage?
He does damage 3 stacks Q, and then 3 stacks E. Or
so who's more reliable?
Definitely Varus.
This is why Jinx is considered not the greatest early game, right? It's like, what are you supposed to do here? This is auto loss. So
yeah, I found out straight away.
Yeah, this is just definitely a matchup idea, right? He didn't even play this that well, and it doesn't matter, right? You just auto lose. So what else do we need to know about this? It's not you versus Varus that's the most important, although it is important. What's more important than you versus Varus?
The thresh distance versus Rammus.
Yeah, thresh versus Rammus, right? So how is thresh supposed to do anything here?
Thresh needs to maybe land a hook, play or lantern maybe, but
if he needs to land a hook, who is it on, and how does he, is it possible?
Yeah, so he's too far away because he put a ward in the bush and spotted me.
Well, yeah. Well, in this case, even if you wait in this bush, Thresh should have to land some kind of miracle hook, right, to make this work.
Definitely.
And then what about Rammus? How does he get stuff done?
Rammus is like point and click.
Yeah, pointing. Okay, yeah, he just walks up and then I guess you die, right? So you see how you guys lost in both cases of ADC versus ADC. This Varus is gonna do more than you, and then support versus support. This Rammus is guaranteed to do more than Thresh, right? So
yeah, I don't think Rammus even did anything. I think Varus like solo killed me here. I think lethal tempo. I've never really seen that as well. He does a lot of attack speed.
Yeah, so it's went for some kind of push camp, but it didn't really make sense. So if you want to do something like this, it's like a hit and run kind of idea. But
just get some damage down, and then get out.
Yeah, remember have you seen my lane matchup video?
Which one's that one? Is that the poke and trade and all that?
The whole poke catch trade, whatever.
Yeah.
So this is a good way to think about it, is if you do this and you're doing this as a trade lane versus an all-in lane.
Yeah,
you need to run ASAP, right? Or if you're poke versus all-in, this is a classic mistake. If you're poke versus all-in and you poke them and then you stay, you're still dead, right?
Yeah.
So you still want to stick to your core matchup idea. So they're definitely all in. They're point and click, right? And then you guys are catch because you need to land this hook. And then you didn't catch them, auto loss. It doesn't really matter what happens. On average, you guys lose. So it's very much we have a lot of ideas where you put yourself. It's not like they catch you. It's you put yourself in a spot where you die like automatically. You know what I mean? Like whether you walk forward or you hit the tower or you bush camp, every single one of these cases, you're trying to do something and then you just give up a free kill. So definitely something to think about in terms of, when we're trying to make good habits to prevent ourselves or make ourselves as strong as possible. One of the first things you probably want to do is make sure that we're not giving up anything free, right? It's like, have you ever played chess?
Yeah.
It's like in chess when you give up like a piece for free, or you make like some kind of dumb move, and you're like, oh shit, it's not that they Omega outplayed you; it's that you outplayed yourself, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times. So this is I mean, this is not your fault, but it's probably a product of what was going on in the earlier stages of the laning phase.
Yeah,
so you guys were just dying, so now they're strong.
I'm remembering this game a bit more now, and I am walking in. Like you'll see this play coming up, and it's like pretty bad. But I noticed I am walking in a lot.
This here, my dude.
Like this. Look at this.
This is the same thing, right? You don't walk up until you know you win for some reason, and
yeah.
He
could have killed me. He was just sort of playing that. He can just like press E, and I'm pretty much gonna lose that.
Well, he already used his he here.
Oh, he already used it. Yeah.
But you see what you healed on?
Oh yeah.
So you messed up your heal too. But remember, how does Jinx do damage?
Yeah, not this.
Zap, ulti. Yeah, that's about it, right? Zap and ulti for early mid game. You can't land either here without dying. So yeah, that's what I mean. I think we need to definitely work on stepping backwards or making sure you should run forward, making sure it's guaranteed winning before you run forward. Remember, you can't leave once you run forward. You're committed. So
yeah.
Definitely a big idea. Oh, if you traps here, you win. Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna jump on you. Holy shit! This is a fat zap into ulti, right? Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. This is also like for Jinx ideas. Make sure that you are if you are looking to do damage, right? It's zap and ulti. Here you try to defend the tower.
There's that flash that we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know why you try to defend the tower. What's going on here? So
I thought it was only Varus at the start, and I'm like, as soon as I seen him, I'm like, why did I do that? But that's I sort of like when I was in that situation, like when I was in the corner, that's why I was stuck to that wall, because I'm like, oh no, they're coming for me. I'm sort of gone. I shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Right, exactly. I mean, you can't defend the tower 1v3, right? So you just need out. This is disaster. Can't stay. Yeah, you need out. You need out. Good. You left. But remember, we wait for them. We don't walk forward right there.
Yeah.
There's too much of this. You see this? There's too much of this.
Yeah.
You don't walk forward to help, right? We stand still, let them come to us. Okay.
It's almost like panic just clicking.
Yeah. Almost like we're clicking just cause. Oh, this guy's dead as hell, right? Nice. Sure. Easy clap. You see what I mean by like coming back in the game, right? Is that there?
Yeah, this stuff happens all the time in this.
Right, and if you look at your own gameplay, you're doing the same thing just in the laning phase. So
yeah,
all you have to do is kind of punish this and make sure you clean your mistakes, and then once you can do both of those, then you can start setting stuff up, like baiting for your support and all that other stuff, right? But for now, we just need to keep things clean in terms of not giving away free stuff. That's gonna make your life infinitely easier. So okay, I don't know what's going on here, but we're gonna kill people. Oh, hold on, let's watch this.
There's a chase. That was really bad.
I think you might have a problem with chasing. It's not something to focus on yet. Excuse me. But if you chase every game, that might be a problem. Okay, you're trying to get on this guy. I think that was a good look. Fat ulti, right? You just need ulti here. Okay, sure. And then you can fight this guy. This is a really good spot. Oh,
The minions blocked me. I tried to go up, but Orianna was there anyway.
Yeah.
I had it in my head like I knew I was gonna kill the Garen, but then the minions just like went into that spot and Orianna showed. So
if you think killing Varus is worth it here, this is fine.
I got the shutdown, but it was like only 450 anyway.
It's not something to worry about too much, right? I'm more worried about like, you know, you're trying to hit the tower. That's how you got 9 kills in the first place. Or you walk backwards and then you give Rengar a kill like in the last game, right? Or sorry, walk forwards, I should say. Like if you trade kills as Jinx, that's fine. Even though you did lose Lulu too, that's not that big of a deal. Okay, how did they get the Baron here? Hello. What happened? Oh no! Don't tell me you use your blue trinket on something else.
I didn't think I used it. I have a bad warding. Like my wards.
Oh no! They already got it.
It was afterwards. I have a bad warding score on ADC. It's just I don't know if it's just I get distracted because I'm too worried about farming or like
you need a pink ward.
Yeah, and pink ward. If you look at my match history and go through like the games, it's like 1 a game, sometimes none. So yeah, I've got to work on that. It's sort of
why you're not buying pink wards.
I sort of no one's really told me. Like you know what I mean? It's like everyone sort of just does it, but I don't know how it's like where it's sufficient and where I should be placing them because like I find myself I'll buy a pink, I'll put it down, and I'm like, where did my pink go?
Oh, okay. Have you seen my wording video I made?
I think so. Yeah, I did watch it, but I sort of can't really remember.
Well, you could do that, but honestly, I'm surprised you haven't bought it for Rengar because he's just, you know, when you see the exclamation point, you know, you kind of want to put the word down on top of yourself so you know where he's coming from, right?
See, that's I used to buy them all the time for that. So can you actually do that? Can you see Rengar with the pink?
Yeah. He's camouflaged, right? It's not true invisibility.
Because that change happened when I was not playing, and it's really confusing. So I didn't know that was a thing.
You could always see him with the pink word.
Yeah, beforehand, and then they changed like half the people's invisibility, like what's the name, Akali, and all that. It all got changed.
Right.
Like I thought that you just couldn't see anyone, like Twitch or anyone.
Right. You can see the camouflage people. So like Eve, Twitch, Rengar. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, this guy, please. Nice. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I ran in. I might have been able to run away straight away.
It's literally the same thing, right? Always, the default is not run towards them. Okay.
Yeah.
This is after you're guaranteed to win somehow. So I think if there is any one big habit to fix, it's this because it's getting you in the most trouble.
Definitely.
For sure. The other one is in lane, you know, hitting tower ideas and making sure you're not dying to the gank because the reason why Rengar is strong in both games is because we died to him in lane, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely one of the first things you want to fix because it makes the game hard for everyone. Imagine your solo laner going 0-6 against Jax, right? That's the same feeling people get if we lose bot to the enemy jungle or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So it feels bad, man. So, okay. Well, like the fighting, like here's what I want you to think. You want to win the game through this team fighting stage, which is what Jinx is really good at, right? And which is incidentally what you're really good at.
I'm actually
get to this point.
Yeah, I actually threw this game. Like it was my fault, I think, while we lost.
Scanning's pretty good. You're gonna have to get a Last Whisper eventually, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe after you get I don't know, maybe some kind of Bloodthirster, who knows? You probably need a Last Whisper first, unfortunately. Okay, and then we take the tower. You can't get more than this, I'm pretty sure. Unless you're oh, maybe you can. You have Lulu. So we can take this. You have Thresh too. Maybe we can get away with it. Ooh, nice. Okay. Oh, we didn't get the inhibit. That's fine.
Yeah, so that was a mid Lulu. She actually built Ardent Sense off just for me. I wasted flash there too.
Feels bad. Well,
that's the whole Morgana shield thing you were talking about. I thought I would be okay to fight.
Yeah, it's not happening, right?
And I was holding down shift and I just didn't have the damage and just got one shot.
What do you think?
Look at that. Look at his health compared to mine.
Check it out. Check it out. How did you first react to this? Ready?
Going in. I seen that.
You gotta you gotta go the other way. You gotta go the other way. I don't know how else to tell you. Because if you're going the other way, you can actually outplay this. But if you always go forward, it's impossible. Right?
Because he would have got it. Oh, actually, he was ulting. He didn't come.
You're buying time for your team to help you if you go the other way, and you can even flash out. You have ideas like flashing out. But if you go this way, if you go towards him, it's just I don't know what you're supposed to do here, right?
Even flashing there was a mistake because he can jump from the bush as well.
Right. Exactly. So you just need to. Your first reaction just has to be kite. Okay. I don't know how else to tell you other than you have to do it every time. You see this? Where you hit these minions and then you hit and run like this. You have to do this every time. That has to be your instinct whenever something happens, because your instinct is go forward and like try and fight and make something happen. So, yeah, I think you're just losing a lot of situations that you shouldn't. Okay, you need to run. Good. That was really nice kiting. It's okay if you get hit by that. Very nice.
So I got really unlucky here. I was like, I knew I could go in because I had GA here and I had Thresh and stuff.
Are you sure you can go
Varus, yeah.
Yeah, you can't go in there.
I was sort of trying to bait that, but
Sure. And then okay, and then clear mid. You guys are winning if you win this next fight.
Yeah, that's what I said to him in chat. I was like, we win this or something like that. But
okay, we need to talk about itemization too, because it actually ended up being a problem.
Yeah, so I never ever build that. I just seen Rammus. They were all stacking health, so I'm like, I'll try this, but that's probably what lost me the game.
What do you need to buy?
If I built Bloodthirster, I would have won the game.
Oh, it's not Bloodthirster that you need to buy, right?
Or QSS, yeah.
It's not QSS either.
Oh, okay. Then I'm out of.
Yes, which game is this? Down here somewhere. What item is it?
Oh, Phantom.
What is this? This?
Oh, Last Whisper. What am I thinking?
What's going on? Right?
What am I thinking?
You're guaranteed to hit these guys, right?
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
So you need a Last Whisper. Okay, here's a good rule of thumb. If they have 1.5 armor items, you see this?
Yep.
Not this. They have like a Dead Man's and a Tabby's. That's your indicator that you need to start building it. Right? Rammus's W is literally like an armor, like 2 armor items. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on here, but you need it's necessary. This is like before last season. The reason why no one talked about itemizations is because 1, you were gonna get Infinity Edge, so it's true damage. You didn't need Last Whisper, and 2, ADC was so bad you never got to that point. But
yeah, okay.
Now this year, we're back to the same old, and you will actually lose game. You can actually lose games based on your itemization. So you need to make sure that at the very least. I think
that's one thing I actually do stuff up a bit too. Is I have a sort of rapid fire cannon first or Runans first. It's sort of if I'm team fighting early or if I'm like losing or winning, I never know really which one to buy. It's like what I feel like at the time.
Well, I mean, zero item doesn't matter that much. Well, it matters, but it doesn't matter as much as it's not gonna lose you the game, essentially. Yeah. So like rapid fire, if you feel like you need to be more safe, perfect, right? Runans, if you need to do AOE damage because you feel like they're on front line, perfect, right? But if you don't get Last Whisper, you're gonna straight lose the game, essentially.
Yeah.
you see this, right?
They're doing no damage.
You could chunk out like 1/3 of his health from one Thresh hook instead of like 1/10 of his health. So you really need the Last Whisper here, right?
Yeah, I did a lot of damage already, and then like nothing to
these guys. Yeah. So it's really important. Okay, it's really important. There's honestly no other item more important than Last Whisper for ADC.
I think there we shouldn't have backed. I reckon. I think we should have kept going, but
Well,
I think the rank.
how do you keep going though?
That's the problem.
You can't
We've
keep
used
going, right?
everything.
Yeah. So you can't keep going. That's fine. You got the free Rengar ult. They had Baron. You accomplished your goal. They didn't get your tower. So there's no need to chase for more, right? I think is also a common theme in your gameplay where you try and keep going when it's not very clear if you can. So, okay, hold up. Let's watch this.
This is the this is where
this
is where I throw.
Oh, you chased it. See, so we do have a chasing problem, I think, right? In the sense that I don't really know. I don't really know what else to say except that you chase, right? So don't chase, right? We just need you to default to being safe and kiting back. Is a good way to put it. Okay? Because the majority of mistakes come from walking forward and or stepping forward when you shouldn't, and it's just gonna lose you fights that you shouldn't. So you can't do anything out of GA, honestly. So maybe you can put the traps on his body. Oh my, you guys so lucky that
I almost won this, but Varus flashed in.
Oh my, you didn't have any damage on the Garen either. That was a fat ulti.
Yes, if I had last wish, I probably would have lived then, I think, maybe, because I was running backwards after I hit him, but...
Yeah, so...
Not sure, yeah.
Feels bad. Also, here's another thing you need to know as ADC. When you get GA'd... Okay, check it out. Watch this flash here.
Yeah, it's way too late, isn't it?
No. Watch this.
I went too early.
Yeah. If you want to flash after you get GA'd, right?
Yeah, so
if you died here,
flash straight down.
Yeah, if you had flash here, and then you get GA'd, you can flash over or flash this way, right? But if you flash and then get GA'd, you have nowhere to go. You know?
Yeah.
The only reason why you survive here is because your team isn't paying attention, and somehow you outdamage the Rengar. So definitely. GA. If you buy GA often, you need to learn how to flash after GA and or Hourglass. So I would say the first thing for you to work on is in lane, make sure that we are stepping backwards always, and that if there are gank ideas, like if they have a this is a perfect example. They have a strong jungle support combo. Don't try and hit the tower. Okay. Don't try and push out. Oh no, wait. Why does it say bronze here too? Oh, this is flex.
That was flex, yeah.
Flex. When they have a strong support jungle combo, okay, like this, host 6 would be strong, right? Make sure that you're safe from the gank before you do anything crazy. This is a strong jungle support combo, right?
Yeah, that was a really rough game.
So make sure that you're safe from that, okay, before you try and hit the tower.
I know I have a big problem against 3 main supports: Nautilus, Leona, and Lux. I don't know what it is. I lose lane every time to those 3.
Maybe you just need to pay more attention to what they're doing rather than CS.
Right? I think it's because I tunnel on the CS and they can CC me straight away.
Yeah, they can just hit you. So if there's anything to work on in lane, it's the whole look at the enemy champions, figure out what they're trying to do instead of the CS, and don't die to ganks. Out of lane and in lane, or pretty much the whole game, you just need to make sure you're not stepping forward. Okay.
Yeah.
Backwards, always helping your teammate is stand still, let them come to you, right? Yeah, you need to not go in. You need to not go forward. So that's the main physical habit you need to be working on for sure. And then when you get like Jinx excited or something, then you can start running forward and looking for something. But until then, you need to default to kiting. And if there's itemization problems, you just need to buy Last Whisper if they have 1.5 armor items. So that's about it.
Yeah, so I think right there, I think it was the game after the Caitlyn one. That's when I contacted you after I lost that game. I was trying everything I could just to win that game. And then I was like, nah, I just need help because like I was doing really well. And then I think from there, every game after that, I was sort of getting frustrated.
Feels bad. Yeah, don't try and force stuff, right? I think there were just clear examples in your game where you just need to not force stuff, and then you just win through team fighting, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty consistent gameplay in the 2 games you saw. So all you have to do is focus on these ideas, and I think it's gonna help you a lot. So.
Yeah, definitely. All right, yeah. So don't walk in and stop chasing.
Yeah, you definitely gotta stop chasing. I don't know what's going on. If you have a specific play in mind, like remember the whole there's a LeBlanc here. I mean, it was in this game. There's a LeBlanc and a Caitlyn in the mid lane, and you had a specific play in mind. Like I'm gonna W LeBlanc's face in. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Right, it's really good. It's really good. This is really good, right? There's a specific play in mind. I'm gonna W her face. I'm gonna auto attack. We can fight this Caitlyn, right? It's good.
Yeah, so I did it there. I did it there where I attacked Caitlyn, walked back. Like I'd played that really well, but
exactly.
I shouldn't have chased. I should have left her.
Yeah, and then don't chase. Right? This is some kind of specific sequence of events that we can do, and then if you chase without an end goal, it's just over, right?
I think the Jinx passive sort of baits me.
Yeah. So I like how you have the thumbs up too.
Oh, I didn't mean that. That's my that's actually stuck to my ward. I don't know how to change that.
Also, look at this.
Yeah, she died to the
It's crazy. She died to a shroom or something. I don't know. It's not even a shroom. It was like
and it was the raptors there. You can go if you go back 5 seconds, you can see the raptors move at the top.
Oh yeah, she hit the raptors or something. That was pretty funny. But yeah, definitely you gotta stop chasing, right? In general, it's just very much a kite, right? It's gonna help you the most. Just stop running forward into these fights. That's just a big habit you're having right now. So think about it this way: just attack and step back like you're doing. Just do it every time. Okay.
Yeah, awesome, definitely.
Alrighty, any questions?
I think that's pretty much it. The next session I'll do with you. Hopefully, I've cleaned up a lot of those mistakes, and then can try work on some other stuff.
Because if there are like other mistakes in your gameplay, it's just being covered up right now because you're doing the same thing. So fix this, make it clean. Your life will be infinitely easier. Right? We want to see like 0 deaths in these games. Is what we're looking for.
Okay.
Right?
And that's another question I had for you. With the sort of next sort of games that I come to you with, is that easier to do with a losing game or a winning game, or
still 3 average games? You can just pull like the last 5. Doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
Like you saw in these games, it didn't really matter what happened. Your habits were the exact same in both, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we're looking at. Unless it's like 20 and 0, 0 and 20. Those aren't very useful. But anything where the game is like you're playing as normal, those are all good.
Okay. Yeah, no problems. Cool, man.
Alrighty. Good luck in your games. Get some sleep.
I'll play another game. It's all good. Catch you, man. Thanks heaps for that.
No problem. Have a good one.
Yeah.